Howdy everybody. It is the next day. I have been out of work. I finished writing docs, and so we're going to jump into crafting on this tutorial. Crafting has two main stations. One is a crafting table, one is a cooking fire. The cooking fire, of course, is for cooking, and the crafting is, of course, for crafting like weapons and stuff like that, or whatever you choose to add. So, to use these blueprints, what you need to do, I'm in the wrong level, aren't I? Well, let's go ahead and cover if you want your project to start on the level that you made, you need to go into Edit. I can't remember if it's Project Settings or Editor Preferences. Maps. We're looking for maps. It's going to be in Project Settings. Maps and Modes. And change this to your new level. Mine was called Horse Creek. And change this one as well. This is the editor startup map, and this is the game default map. This is where the character will start when they're playing a game and it's all compiled and everything. This saves automatically. Go ahead and close it, and then go back into your maps folder. Wrong one. I didn't even know that had a maps. RPG kit, maps, and open your level. Alrighty. This is the spells teacher that we covered yesterday. And now we need crafting. So you're going to find that in RPG kit, blueprints, and crafting stations. The first one will be a cooking fire. These have potions that you can cook by default. And, of course, the crafting table. I think I'm giving you redundant information because... Okay, so the way these function is, let's go into cooking fire, and there's not actually any crafting being done in here. On begin overlap, it's going to create the widget, and it's going to set the variable within your character that needs, like if it needs fire, it's going to set the fire within the fire area. And also with the crafting table, if it needs the crafting table, it's going to set the crafting table variable within your character as long as they're close to the crafting table. You can change that if you want. That's just, I don't know why I did it that way. Those variables are being set in RPG Kit, Demo, Third Person, Blueprints, Player. And I believe it is right here. Oh, that's making the crafting widget. Where is it? Oh, here it is. fire crafting on a flip-flop, and crafting table, also on a flip-flop. You can disable those when you create. First, let's go over where the stuff is actually being crafted at. It's going to be a widget, so go into your RPG kit, to widgets, crafting widgets, and you'll have your crafting screen right here, which is what we just saw. In the graph, it's clearing out everything, and then it's grabbing the crafting list from your player, and it's getting the item data as to if it can be crafted or not, if it needs fire, if it needs a crafting table on a bool. If it needs fire, then it's gonna create icons that can only be cooked over a fire. If it doesn't need fire, it's going to create a crafting list of stuff that needs to be crafted on a crafting table. On the crafting icon itself is where most of the stuff is going to be, most of the data is. I guess not. I thought this was a lot more difficult than it actually was. Anyway, same song. On the event construct, through slate brushes and item info and stuff, it's setting the button image, and then it's casting to your player and getting a player reference. On the player reference, with a button clicked, it is crafting an item and removing a weapon. That must be part of a bug fix. And then on hovered, it's showing your requirements. So on the BP player, there should be a craft item function. And if we open that up, that's where most of this is being done. It's clearing out your requirements, getting the item info, and then it's checking with bools if it needs fire or if it needs a crafting table. It's getting keys and values, the required items, and then it's pulling your inventory from the C inventory component right here through a loop body, and making sure that you have the you meet the requirements or it's equal to, and if it is, then it's going to increment the craft requirements met. If that is equal or greater to the requirements that you have, it's going to add an item when you click that button. It's going to add one hard-coded right here, and it's going to get the keys and values from your crafting, and do once remove your item. The way this is set up, you cannot use, for instance, I'll show you something that I have to fix right quick, because it hasn't been debugged. I've been working on it, it just hasn't. It's gonna be updated, I promise. But I'll show you an oopsie. So, RPG kit, interaction system, item data, the experience potion. You can't do this. I had it working for a short while, but it was causing the whole inventory to glitch. So, instead of using a health potion, mana potion, and stamina potion, 2 of each, you can only use one of those items. But you can use as many as you want, so you can have 20 health potions for an experience potion if you want to. So, single items, same with quests. It is going to be fixed and updated, but for now, that's just how it's done, for the sake of keeping it simple. And what are we at? 10 minutes. Crafting table functions the same way as the cooking fire. And we covered the player, the crafting screen. This down here is just checking your requirements. And it's adding children to the uniform grid to your required items, which is right here. And this one is creating a list of craftables. This one is creating a list of cookables. This is what I wanted to show you. To make it a craftable item, go down here to say you want to make a berry seed craftable for some reason. Right here, just click it to true. Now it's craftable, and the recipe is a berry. Save, and let's make it on a crafting table. You know what? I'm a goofball. I need a berry out here somewhere. Now, don't I? So... blueprints, interactables, region items, and let's put a berry right there. You know what? I forgot a step. Okay, this is the step that I forgot. So there's 2 steps, actually. I'm sorry for the jump there. It's been a while since I've worked on this system, but you want to go into your player blueprint, and this is where you're going to access your crafting list. Under your player's crafting variables, highlight crafting list and add it to your array elements. And now berry seeds will be craftable, and the rest was set in the item data. I'm happy I went over that before writing documentation. Oh, one more thing, and just move it a little bit. Save all. I only move it so it will update. I don't know why, but the items in this game love to do that. Now, we can craft berries, berry seeds. Why is it not requiring anything? Probably because we forgot to say it requires 1 on the recipe. It requires 1 berry to make berry seeds. So we've got our berry. It requires 1 berry seed, 1 berry itself. We have our berry seeds. We have a hoe. We have tilled ground. And we just planted our berry seeds. Rockin' and rollin'. Alrighty, so the next one we're gonna jump into enemies. I'm not looking forward to it. It's a rather large system, but this one is going on 15 minutes, and I do apologize for the stumbling, but hopefully the next one goes a bit smoother. I'll see y'all there. Bye.